Good evening. We have learned that the sheriff's office is looking into why a deputy did not book an Albuquerque police sergeant into jail after his drunk driving arrest.
Sheriff Manny Gonzalez tried to explain it away today, but he may have made it worse. It turns out there's a state law that says anyone arrested for DWI must be booked before they're released. Here's News 13's Maria Medina.
Diane, we got this picture of Sergeant Richard Guzman from our own file video. He doesn't have a mugshot because the deputy never took him to jail.
He didn't violate our standing policy.
The deputy who arrested APD Sergeant Richard Guzman may have not violated BCSO's policy when he used his discretion and let Guzman go home after his drunk driving arrest early Sunday morning. But it seems the deputy may have violated a couple state laws that say anyone arrested for DWI must be booked and fingerprinted. Remember, Sergeant Guzman was never even taken to jail.
From our perception, because he was in law enforcement for a long time, 20 years, that's probably what happened.
Sheriff Manny Gonzalez says the deputy likely chose not to haul Guzman off to jail to sober up because of safety concerns. But MDC tells News 13 that shouldn't be a factor because the jail takes special care of law enforcement who get arrested because of the potential for violence against them. They're booked separately and often housed separately.
We haven't spoken to any of the deputies.
3 days after Guzman's arrest, the sheriff says he still hasn't spoken to the arresting deputy and doesn't know exactly why he chose to release Guzman. The deputy says Guzman blew a .11 after passing out behind the wheel on the shoulder of I-25.
That's why we're making this statement.
Earlier today, the sheriff announced even though they felt the deputy did nothing wrong, he was changing the current policy. Anyone arrested for DWI would be booked into MDC.
What brought this on is the public outcry and the misperception of cronyism in law enforcement.
Now, we started checking after the sheriff's news conference this afternoon and found those two DWI laws. We asked to interview the sheriff again in light of this new information, and we were told we'd have to wait until tomorrow. Back to you.
All right, Maria, the exception to the DWI laws is that anyone with a medical condition does not have to be booked into jail. As for Sergeant Guzman, he must still face a judge on the DWI charge, and APD has put him on desk duty at the Animal Welfare Department while they figure out if he should be punished.